Ladies and gentlemen, welcome!
I think you're getting the impression that something big is going down.
The NYXL dominance. And that puts the Florida Mayhem in the lead.
Charge putting on a show right now, man.
And we are going out with a bang.
And the Shanghai Dragons, they find their victory here.
And that should get the job done. Washington Justice, Philadelphia Fusion, a bit of vindication for them now. Toronto Defiant, take it away. Wow.
Atlanta Rain making it happen. And that is how you dominate in Overwatch.
What's good, Overwatch fans? Welcome to day 2 of the Hot Atlanta homestand. The Peach State has been an amazing hold so far, and we'll wrap up stage 3 with 4 big matches today. This is the Watchpoint pre-show presented by State Farm. It's your boy Malik here, joined by Zoe, Bryn, and Sideshow. Guys, so good to be at the desk. I wasn't here at the desk with you guys. Were you well behaved?
I mean, you sat right next to the desk. You should know.
I was
Also,
around.
did you call this Hot Atlanta?
Hot Atlanta, yes.
Okay, I was just checking it.
It's so hot that I don't understand why Bryn is wearing this jacket right now.
Man's never hot.
Well,
Man's not hot.
a lot of people don't notice about Atlanta, but it's like actually in the southern hemisphere. So it's right now it's wintertime.
Yes, of course, yeah. That's some UK geography.
Yo, how you guys doing? How are the fans doing? Doing good?
I hear my music. Is Baby Bay about? Where's Baby Bay?
Chill. Baby Bay has got a game today, guys.
Okay,
and
all right.
We're fixing up a great show for you all today. It's no coincidence that Carpe and Diem's names go together so well. Before they face off for a trip to the Stage 3 playoffs, the two damage dealers reunite to talk about their longtime friendship. Plus, it's been a very memorable event here in Atlanta, so we'll relive all the best moments so far in our Week 5 installment of Emote Control. There will be no Southern hospitality when the pros take the stage. Later today, you'll see the NYXL close out the weekend against Toronto. Before that, it's the hometown Atlanta Reign taking on Florida and Washington versus Guangzhou. But it all starts with that winning match for the Stage 3 playoffs. The Philadelphia Fusion and the Shanghai Dragons are both 4-2 this stage. Philly got past Washington yesterday, while the Dragons stumbled in a loss against the Guangzhou Charge. This is the only time these two teams will meet in the regular season, and the stakes are high as ever. So, Zoe, what decides which team will get to the Stage 3 playoffs?
Well, I think we have to look at the DPS matchup here for this very one. It's, of course, Carpe and Diem. I want to talk about the Widowmaker battle. Will be real. Also, production, I'm a little bit disappointed. You had an opportunity here for Carpe Diem. And he went with Diem Carpe.
Come on, fix that.
There we go. Thank you. Was that so hard? No, so let's take a look at the Stage 3 rankings on their Widowmaker. We do see that Diem is kind of getting the better end in some of the metrics. Overall this season, he's definitely a little bit ahead of Carpe. However, it is also the Shanghai Dragons who do utilize Widowmaker a lot more at the moment. And they very heavily rely on Diem to get those first pick. And he's no stranger to 2Ks and 3Ks right off the bat as well. But they do rely very heavily on it, and they need to create the space for Diem to actually operate.
Well, a lot of people focus on EQO. A lot of people focus on Carpe as an individual for this team. I want to point out a little French lad. You know, he comes from a small southern village in France. I actually don't know.
The guy's
if
a
this is
beast.
True. Poco, yeah, he's actually, he can probably bench my entire body weight doubled. I mean, you're going to see it when we bring up this guy's image, but look at that. Look at the bicep, pectoral muscle on that point. Absolute unit. But look at how good he is here. He denies Corey when he knows he has EMP, forces to translocate, and he eats the Graviton Surge coming from Addo here. So the two things he needs to do. Not only that, notice how he avoided the EMP. He was out of range of it just so he could eat the Graviton Surge. This was the final moments of their match the other day. Game-winning moment. Otherwise, I mean, potentially could have been seeing a Game 5 in that series. Poco, heavily underrated. Always slips under the radar a lot of times because obviously there's, you know, bigger, flashier players on the team. But I want to shine some light on this guy because I think he's performing so well. He might be the best player right now on Philadelphia Fusion.
Okay, that's a hot take. I think Poco is the most important player in this individual matchup between these two teams, but for a slightly different reason. Because he also is the Sombra for this team when they run triple DPS compositions. And that's incredibly important because it allows Carpe to play the Widowmaker where he can excel, EQO to have great success on Pharah, and then you have Poco there to make sure your ult economy is great and you get harassment and you can kind of link up with Sado. But Shanghai Dragons can't do that or don't do that. because when they are playing, it's Youngjin who should be taking up that role because Diem and Ding are so phenomenal on the other heroes. But Youngjin instead plays Brigitte, or he plays Roadhog, or sometimes he even plays Doomfist. And it leads to these strange double or triple DPS comps, which are almost just directly worse than the other compositions that are being run. And so we always talk up Diem and Ding and say how good they are. And for my money, they might be the best DPS duo in the league. But we're in a triple DPS meta when these teams are going head-to-head. And Youngjin isn't cutting the mustard or playing the correct heroes, in my opinion.
So Poco essentially is what's making Philadelphia a little bit more versatile.
Yes, definitely. I think Youngjin either has to move in that direction, whether it's a game plan or whether it's just based on his hero pool.
All right. The Brits in love with the Poco. Now, as we mentioned, Shanghai may already be in the stage playoffs if they hadn't lost to the Charge yesterday. Today, Guangzhou will face the Washington Justice as they try to complete their first winning stage of the season. Washington only has 2 wins overall, but both those wins have come in the final match of stage 1 and 2. Brent, what can the Charge do to avoid being the third team to end with a loss to the Washington Justice?
It's going to be a lot off the back of the Widowmakers, I think, in this matchup. And Happy, if he performs like he did yesterday, shouldn't have any troubles taking this. But the issue is they're up against Corey, who's also a phenomenal Widowmaker player. And he is no slouch whatsoever. If we take a look at the map pool here, you can see a lot of these maps are going to be suiting sniper compositions. Nepal, Volskaya, Eichenwald even sees it from time to time, and Gibraltar, a classic Widowmaker map. You don't see it too much these days, but occasionally on that map as well. So I definitely think we're going to be seeing that kind of gameplay here. But here's where Washington Justice are really going to excel. They picked up Corey as an individual for his Widowmaker, and he needs to go toe-to-toe now with Happy, who had one of the best Widowmaker performances we've seen in a very long time. Look at this. He dunks on Diem in this 1v1 matchup. Like, absolutely brutalized him. Makes him look like a diamond player, makes him look like me in the Baby Bay 1v1. Like, it was just ridiculous. Like, the guy is a phenomenal freak of nature. And Corey now, this is his time to shine. A lot of people sleep on this player. A lot of people put him down, but this is where his bread and butter is, his Widowmaker.
I can't help but laugh, because as you're saying that, there's a sign behind you that says Bren is a feeder.
I'm fully aware, Josh. I'm just ignoring it. I'm ignoring it.
Well, they seem to love that notion. Well, guys, it may not be our highest stakes match, but the third match of the day will be the hypest. I'm talking about the hometown Atlanta Reign taking on their neighbors from the south. There we go. I was waiting for them. The Florida Mayhem. Now, Florida lost to New York yesterday, but were able to take one map, or tie one map, that is, and continue to look improved. Atlanta rolled the momentum of this hometown crowd behind us to their first win of the stage. Can they do it again, Zoe?
Well, I think both of those teams have more than just one little issue they need to work on, and a few jump out on me particularly. I want to take a look at the teamfight win rate after the first kill, as well as the teamfight win rate after first death. And we do see that Atlanta kind of lacks the resilience. They can't really win when they are short-handed. And on the other side, we have Florida, who just don't look quite as decisive, as they just don't really capitalize on having an advantage. So if they get the first pick, the rest of the team isn't really moving in, so there might be a lack of communication. So obviously these are two things which I think both teams are aware of, and the enemy will be aware of as well. And definitely this should be something which they need to fix up for today.
All right, the Fruit Bowl will not be a free win for Atlanta. That's what we're learning. All right, well, wrapping up this Atlanta homestand will be the New York Excelsior, going for their second perfect stage of the season against the Toronto Defiant. Toronto lost a hard-fought match to Atlanta yesterday, while New York rolled past Florida. Sideshow, how can Toronto attempt to avoid a winless stage against a heavily favored New York Excelsior?
Well, New York are heavily favored, right? They are coming into this with an opportunity to have an undefeated stage against Toronto Defiant, who are looking at a winless stage as well. So it couldn't be more opposite. The guy that's really made that possible has been Sabiolbi. New York have reinvented themselves underneath this leadership figure that came in and did incredibly well. The key is to shut him down. They need to remove Sabiolbi on the Sombra. Now, Sabiolbi went up against the Dallas Fuel and Taimu, and he got read like a book. The translocator positions, where he was on the map, they were scouting him. Okay, a little bit of bad luck as well at times. Just a little bit of bad luck.
You hate to see it.
You really do. So I think the Toronto Defiant, I mean, take a look at this play. Gods destroys Baby Bay in this one. Baby Bay steps over a Venom Mine. Gods knows that Baby Bay is about to use his EMP because he's been detected. EMPs him out of his own EMP. So just to make sure that the Atlanta fans, don't get too ahead of themselves, I ham-fist a clip in there of them losing.
You're in Atlanta, you predict Toronto yesterday.
Yeah.
And now you're just dunking on Baby Bay as well.
Don't worry, though, because I predicted Atlanta today. Atlanta are
Yeah.
the favorites, I think.
Plus,
in
you
there.
kind of dissed them before your match yesterday, your 1v1. You
Well,
called them all trash.
That wasn't Bren, that was the Brittle Maker. Okay, it's a persona, all right? It's a different person
Two different
entirely,
people.
all right?
Two different people. All right, we'll let you walk back on that one. But guys, so much to look forward to today, and it all starts with that battle between old friends Carpe and Diem. Danny Lim hung out with the two damage dealer stars to find out just how well these two really know each other. That's next on the Watchpoint pre-show presented by State Farm.
The Overwatch League is brought to you by T-Mobile, now connecting 99% of Overwatch League fans. Catch your league on America's network, T-Mobile.
The grand finals are coming to Philadelphia's Wells Fargo Center on September 29th. Head to OverwatchLeague.com and get your tickets now for the biggest Overwatch event in the world this year. The Fusion's Carpe hopes he can lead his team back to the grand finals in their home city. Carpe and his old friend Diem came up with their gamer tags together and have remained friends as their careers in esports have taken off. The damage dealing stars hung out with Danny Lim to reunite and remind us how video games bring people together and create lasting friendships.
잘 지냈어 얘들아? 네. 자 인터뷰하러 가자. 카르페 선수와 DM 선수, 현재님과 질겨라님 두 분 모시겠는데 학창 시절 때부터 그러면 두 분은 원래 친했나요?
아마 중학교 때였었던 것 같은데 그때 이제 만나서 같이 게임을 엄청 많이 했어요. 자주 카운터 스트라이크를 좀 많이 하다가 잠깐 접고 오버워치를 할 때 얘가 시작한 지를 잘 모르고 있었는데
경기전에서 적으로 만났을 때 그때 이제 제 맥클이 좀 두드려 맞고 맥클이 좀 좋아 보이는데 하고 그때부터 이제 히트 스캔으로 바꾼 걸로 알아요 저는.
왜 카르페랑 DM이라는 이름으로 활동을 하시게 되셨는지.
저희 둘 다 프로게이머를 하려고 하면서 닉네임을 만들려 했는데 처음에는 학교 다닐 때 봤던 그런 문구인데 장난 반 진담 반으로 이제 프로게이머가 설마 되겠어 하면서 닉네임을 맞추자 해서 카르페 DM을 선택했어요. 그럼 처음 교류가 언제예요? 이 친구가 마이티 AOD에 들어가고 그리고 저는 BK 스타즈에 있고 에이펙스 아마 시즌 3였을 거예요. 그때 이제 처음 만났어요.
공부 잘하게 생겨가지고 게임이랑 좀 거리가 먼데라는 생각을 먼저 했죠.
저는 처음 봤을 때 일단 키가 커서 좀 놀랐어요. 작을 줄 알았는데 저만 할 줄 알았는데 좀 키가 커가지고.
서로 맞붙은 적도 있나요? 에이펙스 때? 없지 않나?
없고. 네.
아쉽게 됐네.
네, 아쉽게 된 거죠.
아쉽게 된 거네.
네.
제가 이겼어. 그리고 제가 또 두 분의 또 그 끈끈한 우정을 테스트를 하기 위해 간단한 게임을 준비를 해왔어요. 제가 질문을 할 텐데요. 3, 2, 1 하면 같은 걸 쓰면 됩니다. 알겠죠?
네.
첫 번째 질문. 카르페 선수가 제일 좋아하는 음식은? 오케이. 자, 준비. 시작.
이미 망했어요.
3, 2, 1. 삼겹살, 햄버거. 하나 틀렸네요.
아쉽다. 같은 곡이었는데.
첫 단추부터 이렇게 어긋나기 시작합니다. 두 번째 질문. DM 선수가 보너스를 받았어. 그 돈으로 제일 먼저 사는 게 무엇일까?
오케이.
자,
맞춘 것 같아요.
3, 2, 1, 고!
비슷해.
비슷해?
아, 비슷해요. 컴퓨터
오.
앤 게임.
오케이.
너 한국에 컴퓨터 없잖아. 샀나?
있어. 우리 형아가 샀어.
아, 컴퓨터 원래 한국에 없었어?
네.
하나 사주지, 친구인데.
저번에 얘기했거든요.
아, 사준다고?
얘 중국에서 대회할 때 한국에 컴퓨터 없다 해서.
나 사주면 안 돼?
방송도 하잖아요.
자, 세 번째 질문 갈게요. DM 선수가 오버워치 영웅 한 명과 하루를 보낼 수 있다면 실제로 누구와 보낼 것 같습니까? 카르페 선수. 이거 못 맞추면 진짜 니들은 친구도 아니야.
아이고.
자, 답 써주세요. 자, here we go. 자, 3, 2, 1. 아무래도 처음
그죠.
주캐가 이제 맥클이었고 여기는 뭐야? 왜 위도우야? 외롭구나.
잘하는 게 이건 이거.
자, 아무튼 어떠셨나요? 인터뷰 좀 재밌었나요?
네, 재밌었어요.
네. 10년, 20년, 30년 죽을 때까지 계속 좋은 친구로 남으셨으면 좋을 것 같아요. 인터뷰 해주셔서 감사합니다. 가자. 오케이. 가자. 아이고. 뭐 먹을래? 밥 먹을래?
That was good.
Danny, what?
Danny Savage.
Yeah, he
Let's
is.
just-
He gets to know these pro players and he's just ruining them.
Yo,
I don't think they know each other at all. I think that was the first time they'd ever met. They didn't get a single
Well-
question right.
do you guys find it crazy that they've never faced off in pro play? Today will be the first time that they'll ever face each other
That's
in pro play.
wild.
That is wild,
yeah.
actually. Yeah.
That's nuts. That's
It's going to be such a great matchup as well. These guys are phenomenally talented. It was when DM first came into the league, we knew he was really good because he'd been just bopping people in China,
Yeah.
in the tier 2 scene.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
And people would always say like, oh, like maybe he'll be as good as Carpe. At the moment, he looks like he's better than Carpe.
Yeah.
He's
he
stylish.
does. He does indeed, man. Oh, man, I love it. I can't wait till that game comes up. But, guys, it's time for another little game. And since I am the self-proclaimed elder rap god, and we're in Atlanta, the birthplace of trap music, we're going to play a tag or trap artist game. You ready for this? Tag or trap artist. It's very simple. I give you a name, and you tell me if it's a Contenders player's gamer tag or if it's the name of a trap music artist. All right? Tag or trap?
All right.
Let's get it going.
What is trap?
I was about to say, can I ask you a question? What is trap music?
It's a variant of rap music.
Okay.
Oh, why is it-
Loud 808s. I don't want to explain this right now.
Okay, just
Let's
stop.
get
Okay,
into
I'm
the game.
sorry, production.
We got to play. All right, because we don't got time. First name, Zoe. Designer with 2 eyes. Trap or tag?
That's trap.
Yeah.
Correct. All right, move on.
Totally guessed that.
Monk Mutta.
What?
Monk Mutta.
Excuse me?
Monk Mutta.
You're right.
Yes, that's the name.
Gamer tag?
It is. Clockwork
Oh my
Vendetta.
God,
All
I'm
right.
guessing so
Next,
well.
Dragon Eddie.
Oh, that's a gamer tag.
Correct.
Love Dragon.
All right. Last but not least, Cupcake with 2 Ks. One of the Ks capital.
Trap.
Correct.
Yo, you're
Oh, I'm
nailing it.
nailing it.
She's a Chicago
Sheer
rapper.
love.
Is that Kukake?
Excuse me?
All right, Brandon, it's your turn.
How do you pronounce it?
Your turn.
Yeah, I'll take my
You ready?
questions, please.
All right, first
Yeah.
up, Lil Rax.
Lil Rack.
Rax with 2 X's. Lil Rax.
Trap.
Incorrect.
What?
HSL
Really?
Esports. Yes, that's a player. HSL Esports. Next,
All right.
Riff Raff.
Trap.
That is Trap.
All right,
Correct.
okay.
He was a former reality show star. All right. Next up, Stylo. No, Stylo,
Gamer
not
tag.
Styloso. Stylo.
Game attack.
It is correct. You got it. Last but not least, Scar Lord. The O is an X, so Scar LXRD.
Dude, that could be anything. I'm gonna go with Trap.
Correct. He's from England, so I'm glad you got that.
Yeah.
You would have been
This is a
misrepresented.
tough game.
All right, we're going. It's your
They
turn.
gave me some
You ready,
time.
Sasha?
All right,
Are you
I'm ready, I'm
All right,
ready, I'm
it's just a tough game. First name, Low Life.
Low life. I'm going to go trap.
No, that was a tag. He's from Team Scarlet S.
Good start.
Man.
Yes. Next, Sabagod.
Oh, I actually know that guy. That's a tag.
That is a tag. Correct.
There you go.
All right, next, Bexy.
Bexy.
Yes.
I'm gonna go Trap.
Correct. From London. All right. Last but not least, Sinister.
I'm gonna go Trap with that one as well.
That is correct.
Whoa.
He's from Cali, but he rose to fame here in Atlanta, and he has an album called Widowmaker.
I was going to say, I mean, Bexy,
Very cool.
Bexy
Very cool.
makes sense.
So
He from
production, who do we have? Who's the winner?
Well, me.
Zoe's the winner.
Hey-o!
Yo, give it up for Zoe.
Give it up for me. I guess.
We can now deem her our trap queen, everybody.
You didn't know what
Zoe,
trap
all right?
was before this death segment.
That's how good I am.
She is so good. All right, guys, we're not done having fun here yet on the Watchpoint pre-show. When we come back, we'll check out all the moments that have had the emotes flying in the chat during the Atlanta homestand with State Farm's emote control. Stick around. You won't want to miss it.
The Overwatch League is powered by Intel. Game, record, stream without compromise on Intel Core i7. And by Omen by HP, the official PC and display of the Overwatch League.
Before they use this. Dallas' positioning is fantastic. They're not giving them. Oh, Taimu finds him, or Taimu finds him rather. Taimu with a kill on the Libero right after that too. Are you kidding me? This is a great performance by Taimu today. He lifted the hammer up, and it looks like not enough of it happened. He's got it again, and that's a 5-man batter, and a 4-man self-destruct. What is this point C right now? Both Mercy and Farah can't really take to the skies when they're hacked. Bubba could be in trouble here. I think Raw's got the measure of him here in his backside route. What a sleep dart! Twilight never fails to entertain. Their help for bumpers and headshots. Again, like trying to hit a Mercy in the head while she's Guardian H-Ling is. Oh, it's great. Another one. There it is. How do you say this? Oh no! You are kidding me! Another one! Welcome back! They're just going to go for it, actually. Wow. Aggressive sound barrier. Yeah, no kidding. And they're going to drop the grab right on Chungu as well. They've got their How about that? What a shatter from Among. Wades forward, gets 5. Make it 6.
Coca-Cola is the official refreshment of the Overwatch League.
It's time to relive the best moments from the homestand so far with State Farm's emote control. All right, kicking things off. We'll start with the awesome moment of the Atlanta Reign walking out in front of the crowd for the first time ever, that home crowd. And we got a special appearance from our old friend, DeFran. Of course, DeFran would punt the mascot head into the crowd, right?
It almost caught fire, bro. Look at it. It's going into the sparks.
I'm almost upset that it didn't catch fire.
Yeah.
That would have really made
Very
it.
DeFran moment.
Yeah.
That really would have been a DeFran moment. He sets fire to his own team mascot.
Right? Oh, yeah, indeed. All right. After Atlanta took out Toronto, Baby Bay went for the old head rub on gods. Yeah, those are not dry hands anymore. I'm pretty sure he goes and wipes that head grease on Mangachu's jersey all the time. Overall, though, I'm just really grossed out by this. This is
There is
nasty.
only one face for this.
Maybe he was trying to check the height difference? I don't know.
No, he was trying to rub a god's bald head for luck.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck, rubs.
And it's disgusting.
I find that
How is
funny.
that disgusting?
All right, guys, last one here. We know
sweaty.
Diem is one of the best head sniping widows in the league, but he was having a tough time with his grappling hook on Horizon yesterday. There's a Spider-Man joke in here somewhere, man. Tony, I don't want to go. I can't make it.
Yeah, that's a 4. I mean, you hate to see it. That's one of the hardest parts to grapple on the game. Again, your resident Widowmaker expert coming in handy here.
Is it? Why?
Yeah, because it's a moving platform. I don't think it registers as an object on the server the same way.
Don't know about that. Don't know about that.
Yeah. Oh, man. Feels bad. Feels bad. All right. Well, guys, we are less than 10 minutes away from some of the league's biggest superstars taking the stage here at the Carpe Energy Center. The teams will go to battle, and we've got our predictions coming up next on the Watchpoint pre-show presented by State Farm.
Coca-Cola is the official refreshment of the Overwatch League.
there goes EQO, Carpe, and the Philadelphia Fusion getting ready for today's matchup. Remember, guys, it is win and end in the Philadelphia Fusion. All they got to do is take care of business against the Dragons. The Dragons lost to the Guangzhou Charge yesterday, as you can see them getting ready today. But it is do or die. If they lose this match, they're not going to make it to their second in a row stage playoffs, so they're going to have to come with it. Guys, here are your analyst predictions for day 2 of the Atlanta homestand. So he likes the Shanghai Dragons to win and get into the playoffs, but the Brits have Philly. Everyone has Guangzhou, Atlanta, and New York. So he back up that pick of the Shanksters in a 30-second show-off against Sideshow.
In the league, this one never gets old. Okay, guys. I don't even know. Like, we know that Philadelphia Fusion have a tendency to very much underperform whenever there is pressure on them. I was not sold on Sato yesterday.
They made the finals last year.
Yeah, and how well did they do in those finals? Thank you very much.
Better than every team that didn't make the finals.
No, absolutely not. No, I'm sorry, but individually, I do think that the Shanghai Dragons just look better. I don't think Sato
they're
is
incredibly
very good
sloppy.
at the moment.
They can't play the Sombra particularly well. They don't play triple DPS. Both of these teams are chaotic, but they've got the better individual players and the better discipline, better compositions. They're just better, so they're going to slap
All right,
them.
shout out to Coca-Cola, official sponsor of the Overwatch League. As always, time for a Coke, taste the feeling.
And shout outs to the fans. That does it for the Watchpoint pre-show presented by State Farm. Enjoy the matches.